Good morning, everyone. How are you? I am good. Oops. Hang on a second. That was not what I wanted to do. Okay, Pattern Dash Collections is where you want to go. Oops, I'm dropping things. First off, it's Monday, so I want to remind you that you can go to the PayPal button and make a quick donation this week or this month or this quarter or once a year, whenever, to help this website be at no charge to us and with no advertising. This is how Ina supports this website. And if you could support Ina, that would be awesome. Not one penny of this goes to me. I have nothing to do with it. I just really enjoy using this website. Ina has given me permission to do so. And in turn, I give her the little shout out to try to help her get the word out that she can that you can make a donation. I am just stumbling all over my words this morning. I'm cold. I know that you guys are going to see this at the end of May, and it will be spring, and it'll be warm, and it'll be lovely. I am drawing today in the middle of March, and it's cold, and we had frost last night, and I have to have the heater on in my studio because it's only like 65 in here, 64, but it's only 40 something outside. So I'm thankful for a nice, lovely heater, but I have to have it on. I can't turn it off. Usually I turn it off while I'm working, while I'm recording, but today it's going to have to stay on. JuJuBee is what we're going to do. I scrolled down through Pattern Focus to the end of today's pattern where I wanted to find it. JuJuBee is what I want to do. We're going to do this. It's going to have a spiral to start. Coming down from that spiral, we're going to make 3 organic arms of some sort. They can be whatever droopy kind of shape you want. Coming from the bottom of that, we sort of make a V. And then on one side, we're going to start with a teardrop and add some feathering to it. And then on the other side, we're going to do the same thing. Start with that big teardrop and add some feathering to it. And that's the pattern. You can do some shading. You can do some variations. And I really like what they've done here with the sample. You notice that they've made it look kind of like they've put honeycomb stencil in the back and made it look kind of like a beehive with dripping honey on the top. Really think that's quite pretty. Not sure exactly what I'm going to do, but I have decided I am going to dig out some supplies that I've never used on my channel before. I had this box, these things all came in there, of little stackable stamps from American Crafts. I bought them at Tuesday morning, so they were cheap, right? $4 for 6 little stamp cubes. Really cute. But I've never used them before. I just broke them open and played with them a little bit before I started because I think I'm going to do this. I'm going to put a little background. Went and found in my stash a stencil that's got I don't have any honeycomb, but an interesting light small pattern, not a big pattern because, you know, my paper's not that big. And I'm going to do it on, I want blue, I think. I'm going to do a blue paper. Turn on my lights so you guys can see what I'm doing. And I'm just going to draw, maybe I'll make a border. Do I want a border? I'm not exactly sure what I'm going to do yet. Let's just draw the figure in the middle. I'm just going to draw one. I need my pen. This morning I'm using my Copic multiliner, the 02 size. And let's just start. Make a fairly large size, so I'm going to make a a spiral about like so. That. And then I notice in the sample they've got more than 3 arms for the droop. I like that to make it look more drippy. So let's do something more like that. And I do like in the sample how they have sort of an interesting shape too here. And since I'm doing keyholes, I'm going to make it more of a that shape at the bottom. I should have moved that up a little. That's okay. It's fine. And I think I want something like that. So I'm going to make it shaped like this, which is nothing like the sample and nothing like the step out, but it's what I want to do. So I'm doing that. So rather than doing this pattern directly, I'm just being inspired by it. And I'm also being inspired by the artwork that the other artist did. These patterns that they've done for after doing the chakras, for this last week they've decided to do spring patterns, and these ones for this week have actually been designed by somebody named Spring, which is fun. I'm going to start with these teardrop shapes, just like that. I'm going to do an extra one. Something like this. I think that's good. I like it. And then I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to make myself a border. I'm going to color that or something. I'm going to make myself a border here. I think like this. That's good. Something like that. Just playing with my pencil. And then I think I'm going to put this stencil around the outside. And then color that. I think that's what I'm going to do. Yeah. Feel like that's a little, maybe make that a little bit further out. Make that a little further in. So that's more centered. Maybe. Let's, oops, I'm erasing the wrong line. Erasing the wrong line. I'm going to erase this outside line and this inside line, right? Something like that. Okay. And what color do I want to use? Do I want to use the yellow, the green, the blue? I don't know. Let me practice on another piece of paper. Let's see what these colors look like on the blue. So that's the yellow. That's the green. There's two colors of pink. So there came with a green, a yellow, a pink, a green, a darker pink, a light blue, oh, and a darker green. Oh, I could do two colors of green or two colors of pink. I'm just going to play with them. Just going to play with my supplies. Playing with your art supplies is always good. You know, these have been sitting in my stash for I don't know how long. Let's start with I'm going to start with the yellow. So I'm starting with the lightest. And it's just been forever that these have been sitting there and I have never used them. Let's see. Something like that. That works. I played with this just a little bit before I came online, and I think I've got wet stencil from where I played with it before with the blue color. I played with it on this side with the blue and the pink. But I want to see what the other colors look like, but I've just made a mess out of the stencil. Let's try down in another corner. That's why it came out with some blue there. Let's try the light green. Oh yeah, the light green's nice and juicy. Oh, I like that color on the blue. Let's try with the little dark green also. I'm kind of mixing up my colors from my sponge, but that's okay. I'm making just the dark. Let's see if I can do it this way. The dark green's not that dark. And the sponge is kind of smushing. I don't know, I've never used these. The light green was good. I like the light green. I like how that came out. Now I got some yellow on there. I like the light green and the yellow. I think that's what I'll do. I think I'll use the greens and the yellows. So let me wipe off my stencil just to keep it clean. I don't know what happened to my paper towels in here. Oh, there they are. I'm using a tissue, but a tissue just isn't very good for cleaning. There's some paper towels. Haha. Much better. Okay, paper towel. So I am going to, first thing I'm going to do, I think, is color. Okay, let's close up these guys. Was worth playing with, right? And these are kind of cute because they stack together so they store really easy. But I'm going to play with these three colors. The light green, the dark green, and the yellow. I think I've made yellow all over my paper. Okay. Let's first color with some colored pencils. Now I've got color all over me. That's okay. I'm going to color with purple. Why? I don't know. That's what color came out of my pencil pouch. We're just going to give this a little color. If you want to fast forward to the end, because I've already drawn the shape. If you want to fast forward through my coloring process, that's fine. I won't stop you. Probably should have started with a lighter purple, but that's all right. We'll just give this a quick light purple. What's this one called? Aubergine. And then we're going to come in with a dark around the edge and a lighter one. Let's use a really dark purple lake deep. I'm going to do a little really dark right around the edges of this shapes. Just like that. And I know I'm not a coloring channel, so if you don't want to watch me color, I am okay with that. So let's see, you're going to be seeing this at the end of May, which means that we've had Mother's Day. We're heading into summer. By the time summer comes, I'll be complaining about the heat, you know. I do much better in the winter, even though today is really cold for us. It's not cold for you guys who live in the East Coast. You guys are laughing at me going, 40 degrees, that's like warm. But I just do much better in this weather than I do. I'm perfect, absolutely 100% perfectly happy with a lovely somewhere between 60 and 70. That is just my sweet spot. I love that temperature. I'm going to put some pink in here. That's just my happy place. Unfortunately, it doesn't stay that way long enough. It just stays that way a little while, and then it goes from those temperatures either down into the 50s or up into the hundreds. It doesn't stay nice long enough. I'd like a few more months of this nice mid-toned winter, spring, whatever, fall, whatever that is. I would like more of it. I want a lighter color here. And you know I'm going to come back with my white gel pen and just give it a little highlights, right? That just has to happen. But that one is turquoise, cobalt turquoise. And then let's see. How do I want to color this? I think this and this need to be the same colors. Shall we do greens? I think so. Let's do kind of bluey greens. let's start with this one as a base. This shape feels like something Mariah Elizabeth would draw, doesn't it? I think so. All right, should I do a question out of the book? Probably. Give me something to talk about. If you had to name your single worst fear, what would it be? Heights. Heights is the one thing that just sends me into a panic attack. Now, if I'm somewhere where I feel secure, I'm all right. Like I can be in a tall building, but I don't always go right up to the window, depending on how deep or tall the window sill is. You know, if it's one of those windows that goes almost all the way to the floor, I can't get near the window. If it's a window that's got a nice big, you know, where the window starts at about waist level and it's up here, I'm fine with it. But get me outside where there's little to no railing, and yeah, that's not me. I can't. I've tried going skiing, but I can't do the lift. Scares the bejeebers out of me. I've tried some hiking, but I can only go on flat trails like meadows and like foresty, easy, flat trails, basically. We've done camping and hiking in Zion National Park, and I just can't do it. I get to where everybody else says there's lots of room. You know, the path might be 8 feet wide, but if there is a drop off at the end of that 8 feet, I am pressed up against the wall on the other side, and no way, no how, not happening. And that gets my anxiety going to no end. I can't do ladders, get more than 1 or 2 steps up on a ladder, and that's as far as I can go. I prefer like a strong step stool that has one of those big handles where I can reach down and hold the handle. Most of the time, if I'm up on a step stool, 1 or 2 steps, I have to be hanging on with one hand to either the ladder itself or to a wall or something. I can't just stand on a ladder like in the middle of a room, and I certainly can't look up while standing on a ladder in the middle of a room. No, that just no, absolutely not. Yeah, heights is my thing. There are other things that are not my thing, but heights is the worst one. I learned while on vacation that deep ocean swimming is not my thing. We did some it wasn't even that deep, but yeah, ocean swimming was not my thing. We donned our snorkels and we jumped down into the water off of the boat, and I thought this was going to be so much fun, and a panic attack happened, and it was not fun in the least. But I didn't know. I thought I'd be fine. Now I know. That is not an activity that I can do. Panic attack will occur. And, you know, life is too short to put yourself into situations where panic attacks are going to happen. I'm just going to avoid them. And now I know. I want to make it more pinky. That's going to be too red. That's all right. We'll put it in the shadows here. Like that. And maybe some here. That. That's kind of fun. I like how I've colored that. I could color it more, I could put more layers, but I think that's good enough to get the idea of the colors that I want. I need my white gel pen. There it is. It's going to make it juicy. And kind of shiny. Like that. That's pretty. I'm happy with that. Okay, so now I want to make this. How do I want to make it? Do I want to make it nice and straight? I think maybe I do. So, where's my straight edge? Okay, about like that. And I think I'm going to go with this pen. The reason I'm not using one of these is because sometimes running these along the straight edge will cause an issue. Oh, I want to make sure this is straight here. Let's see. We'll just pick a measurement. Start at 0. Let's start at 0 and pick a measurement. Half. Not doing this well. I'm not doing this well. Then to there. Why is this not writing? Okay, let's try again. Okay, remind me, I'm stopping at 4 on this side, and I'm stopping at 1 1/4 on this side. Oh, that's not going to work. Oh, fudge. Yeah, it will. Yeah, it will. Okay. That should be even across this way. Oh, look at that, it worked. Alrighty. You guys know me, I don't usually measure. That worked. That worked. Okay. Now, I think inside here I want black, but I'm not going to color it in black until after I'm done with the stenciling in case I stencil accidentally over that edge. I need to erase, but I'm afraid that that black pen might be a bit wet yet. All right. Okay. Really just need to erase the outside ones. The inside ones I'm going to cover with black anyway, right? I drew with a darker pencil. I don't know why I used the dark pencil to draw with instead of my mechanical pencil, which erases easier. Don't have any idea why I did that. Okay, so now we're going to play with out here. Put down some paper towel so I don't make a mess all over my desk. Put that down. Get my stencil and plop it here, here, here. Plop it this direction. Doesn't matter, they're going to be all over the place anyways. I'm going to do this like I do with my mixed media stuff, which is just go for it, right? I want lighter at the bottom and darker at the top. So let me just place this stencil here. Get out the yellow. I'm going to turn off the heater for the moment. Oop. Wrong button. Okay. So we're just going to take the sponge. I'm just going to get a little color. And I'm just going to dabby dabby dab. Hold her down. Just like that. Right? Right. Then we're going to very carefully move that upward. This way. And wipe down my stencil because I don't want to drip yellow places where I don't want it to go. So I'm just going to wipe that down a little. That's better. Okay, so now I'm going to put it here. I'm going to get the light green. And I'm going to dabby dabby dab. Get some light green on my sponge. And I'm going to start about where I left off with the yellow. And go upward into the green. Just around the edges. Oop, it's gone a little brown. That's all right. And then maybe a little of the dark green if I can get the dark green to do something. You know, maybe I'm gonna, since I've got this going a different direction, maybe I'll go ahead and go down here into the green with the yellow. Why not? Why not? All right, that's interesting. I like that. I like that so far. Let me see if I can get some of the dark green in there. I don't know if I can without just making a mess. We're going to clean off the stencil a little bit. There are a lot of people who do their mixed media with gloves on because it's a thing. I don't care. Okay, so I'm going to change my angle so that they're not overlapping in the same spot. And then I'm going to try to get some of this darker green. I don't know if this dark green is even working. It feels a little dry. Doesn't seem quite right. I'll see if I can get some. Just a little. It's got yellow, it's got all sorts of things happening here. Okay, good enough. Yeah, I like that. Okay. Boy, am I going to have to really do some serious cleanup here. This dark green is not working. The yellow and the green are fine. That needs to be washed. And then I was going to color in there. Let me see if I can clean my hands. So I don't get black. Would be nice to have a sink out here, but that's not going to happen. I don't have space, and we don't have plumbing out here, so a little bit of spritz of water on a paper towel. That's going to have to be what I get for cleanup. And then right in there, I want to do just black, and this feels really sticky. Eey. Okay, let's use, do I have a brush pen that's not one of my favorites so that I don't ruin it in case it's not any good? I'm going to use this Banyo Micron pen that I got, I don't know, Amazon or something. I'm going to use that for the inside here, just in case that ink ruins the tip of my pen. I don't think it will, but I can use this pen for mixed media rather than for fine detail drawing. Just trying to do it and keep my fingers out of the wet. That's working. Okay, another question while I'm doing this. If you had to describe the single worst thing a friend could do to you, what would it be? Lie. Single worst thing friends could do to me is lie. I don't like to be lied to. That's my thing. If you were to invent an award to give to one commercial company, which one would you award and for what? Ugh. So, like for, I don't know if I quite understand the question. Like a company that creates commercials, or do they mean just a company in general that I don't know what they mean by that question. For the first thing I thought of was like advertising, but I don't think that's what they mean. I think they mean a company that aren't all companies commercial? Not, I guess not, right? Really, somebody that sells goods and services, right? It would be Carnival Cruise Lines, and they would get the Towel Animal Award for the best towel animal invasion at sea. I love Towel Animal Day. It's usually the last sea day, I think it is. The morning of the last sea day, when you get up in the morning, if you get up early enough, out on the deck is an invasion of towel animals all over the pool deck. I love it. I find it to be so much fun. One of my favorite days on a cruise ship. Now, I can't say to other cruise lines because I've only ever been on one other one. That one just didn't float my boat for its activities, but that's just me. And it could just be the type of ship that it was, because it was one of the smaller ships. Usually the smaller ships are not as fun-filled. But I think that's what I would award. I would award a towel animal prize to Carnival Cruise Lines and their towel animal invasion. Is that just a silly prize? Probably. Were these people thinking of maybe a question with a little more merit to it? I don't know, maybe. I like that. This is fun. This is a fun little pattern. Okay, so then I want to also use one of these pens just in case this isn't quite dry, to write down what was the name of it. I've forgotten already. JuJuBee. I'm going to sign it up here. JuJuBee is the name of the pattern. Move it over there. I have to go wash my hands before I do the next video. But I think that was fun. All right, you guys, I'm going to challenge you to get out a material that you don't usually use or that you haven't used with your drawings and use it together, because this was a heck of fun. Really was. So, you guys have a great day. Like I said, I challenge you to show me on at the Pattern Dash Collections Facebook page or on my Draw Tangles with Dawn Facebook page. Send me a message and show me your artwork. And I will see you in the next video. Do something nice today. Tell me what you're looking forward to for the month of June in the description below. And I mean in the comments below. And I will see you later. Bye-bye.